Thank you. Senator Murkowski.
Thank you, Senator Coates. And Secretary, welcome. I apologize I wasn't here for the full hearing. And I will make my comments quick, hopefully, and we'll get out of here to the vote. And I don't know whether you have to stay until we get back or not, but let me go very, very quickly. I was up in Alaska this past weekend, and all of the news was centered around one of our state House representatives, Representative Sharon Cisna, a woman that I have served with, a woman who has undergone breast cancer and had a mastectomy, and you don't need to know her personal history, but her personal history is now part of the discussion in Alaska because she was subjected to what she felt was a very intrusive pat-down coming back from Seattle to go to work in Juneau after her medical appointments. And apparently the full-body scanners detected some scars, and apparently Representative Cisna is not the only individual where scars from medical procedures are picked up, and the individual is subjected to what is described as a very intrusive pat-down. She had made the determination that she was not going to put herself through this again. She had done it once, and as a consequence, this individual, in order to get back to work, drove a car, took a small airplane, went through Canada, and eventually got onto the ferry. It took her 4 days to get from Seattle to Juneau. Our state's capital is on an island in Alaska. We can't get anywhere without flying. I have sent a letter to the administrator of the TSA asking him for clarification as to what the process will be for those that have had medical procedures, those that have prosthetics, that go through this screening process where they are subjected to enhanced pat-downs, and the intrusion on their dignity is such that they're making choices like Representative Cisna did to not fly. In my state, as you know, that's a pretty difficult decision to make. I haven't heard anything back from the administrator about this yet, but it is an issue that as we work to protect the safety of all Americans and the safety of our skies, the safety of our nation, there is that balancing between how we ensure for that and how we ensure for an individual's privacy and dignity. I wanted to make sure that you were fully aware of this because this is an issue that has taken on a life beyond its own. And I don't know whether you have an answer for me today in terms of what those protocols may be, but it is something that I believe the issue will not die down until there is a better resolve than what we saw happen, at least with one particular constituent in the Seattle airport.
Madam Secretary, if I could, just in the interest of time here, I'm going to pass the gavel to my colleague.
Okay.
And let you answer her. I think by the time Senator Murkowski's done, the chairman will be back. I just got to know she's returning. So if there's a little break, we'll just take a temporary recess.
Fair enough.
All right. So
Thank you.
I can chair the committee if you want. Just kidding. All right. First of all, Senator, we will look into this particular matter. It strikes me as a highly unique one, but we will...
I'm told it's not, and that's why...
Well, we will find out.
So I think it is important.
We will find out.
Good.
Because I will share with you that this is not designed to be invasive in the sense of unnecessary or a harassment of any sort. And we want to make sure we work through this particular issue. So we will do that. I will also share with you, however, that overall we are finding that the AIT process, which is the new technology we're using, 99.9% of the passengers who have been through it since Thanksgiving have expressed, gone through it, no opt-outs, no anything. people with artificial joints, artificial hips, for example, they love it because it can clearly distinguish that versus the magnetometer where they always were getting pulled aside. The particular issue you raised, this is something that I'm more than prepared to look into. We will provide you with a response. No one with a medical condition should feel like every time they have to go through the screener, they're going to get pulled aside because of their medical condition. What we want to pull aside are individuals for whom we cannot resolve an anomaly on the screen, and that this is our last line of protection for an aircraft. There's a lot of things that go on before you get to that point. That's our last line. So we will get back to you on that.
Well, and I appreciate you looking into that. The Alaska State Legislature has, the House of Representatives has passed a resolution in support of this, in support of Representative Cisna's effort to get some clarification to the process. I will forward all of this to you and look forward to working with you, sharing some of the information that I have raised.